Leave meeting? Yeah, don't leave meeting.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the meeting, but I keep getting this message saying, um,
Do you want to
oh,
face do you want to FaceTime me and show me the iPad and I can direct you?
do I hang up and go to FaceTime or how do I do this?
No, just pick up the FaceTime on.
I see you. Accept. Can you see me?
Now I see you.
Okay, you see the iPad?
No, hit the there's a little camera with arrows in a circle on the bottom right-hand side. Flip that on your phone. So instead of
All I see is your face. There's nothing on the bottom.
no, where your face is.
In
Where
the camera
where your grandma, where your face is
or my face is
on the FaceTime.
FaceTime. I don't hit camera, right?
Mm-mm. See how there's a little star and then there's a little camera if you click the screen.
This is gonna be fun here. I can't see the screen. FaceTime. Okay, I press FaceTime. I see you, but I don't see no buttons here. Oh, the little button.
Boom. Okay, now point me at the iPad.
Okay, can you see the iPad?
No. With the back of the with the back of the phone. Pointed at the there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
it says. You see the iPad now? It says Zoom meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then there you are in the corner.
Click on me.
Okay, to
Press Wi-Fi. Press Wi-Fi and then press got it.
recording in progress.
Ooh. Press got it.
Press got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay, now
I
just
see.
set the iPad up to talk to it and I'm hanging up on the phone.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Set the iPad up so you can talk. Okay, wait, I'm hanging up on
And
this.
hang up on the phone.
I hung up on the phone, but set the iPad up now so
Okay,
that
I got it. I'm with you now.
there we go. Grandma, we figured that out so much faster than we did
Quick,
last
yeah.
year.
I know, because I was playing with it with my laptop all afternoon. I didn't have any company today.
I thought you
So
said you were out and about earlier today.
I was, but I thought I was, but I wasn't feeling well.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Um,
I stayed home.
well,
So
Grandma,
anyway, good.
do
What are
you
you drinking?
do you have a beverage?
No,
Ugh, okay.
no.
Well, I have some tea. Normally,
Okay.
okay, so I'll let me do my little intro first. So welcome back to Missin the Homies. This is the show where I hang out with my homies and grandma, rounding out the third year of Missin the Homies. Thank you for coming back.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
So this year I really leaned into having a beverage. I like to share a drink with whoever I'm hanging out with. And
Oh, I
tonight,
could have got a Coke.
yeah,
Oh
normally
well.
so normally I like to crack a can. I really like the sound of a crack can. It it does something for me, but tonight I got tea cuz I was
Oh,
out and about all not out and about, but I was on my feet all day. So here's to a good month. Thank you for giving me the time and putting up with Zoom again and again.
that's gonna be fun. I'm glad to be back with you. And I was gonna call you earlier, but I kind of figure you were busy during the day. But I'm glad to be back with you again.
Here we go. Here's to a good month. I hope
Okay.
I tossed a couple of ice cubes in it. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it's cold ice.
I've been getting really into tea lately.
Oh, good. I like it too. Hot tea is good too.
Yeah. Okay, so grandma, this this time, I know normally we sort of game plan what we're going to talk about for the month, but I think the second half of this year, because this project, show, whatever this is, has continued to change since I started doing this. And I think the second half of this year I really leaned into because one of my cousins thought that this was like an interview, and I was like, it's not really an interview, but
Conversation, really.
it's a conversation. But I guess by the end of it, I typically end the month feeling like I know whoever I'm hanging out with a bit better, just through conversation. So I guess,
Right.
in a sense, it is kind of an interview. So I've been leaning harder into asking better questions.
Good.
So
Okay.
I think the theme of this show moving forward is like last month I had my buddy Kiernan on, and we ended, you remember Kiernan?
Yes.
We ended, or I tried to end every episode with a question for him to think on, and then when we picked up, the next time we would sit down, we would typically start with that question, but I didn't do a very good job of remembering to ask questions every week.
That's okay. You're my little. I think if I see Kieran again, I wouldn't recognize him, but because my mind is gone. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm glad that you were able to talk to him anyway, right?
Yeah, so we had a good month, and we talked about comic books and superheroes, and it was a good time. I've been dying to talk to somebody about all of that, because those are the kind of movies I like, and it got me into reading all of the comics. So me and Kieran, we had a good time this last.
You know what? I meant to tell you. I like the remember that
the Spider-Man
movie we were watching about this. There was
Pinocchio.
No, the other one. It was like, I thought it was a man, but it was a girl.
Oh, the blue-eyed samurai.
Yes, and I cannot remember the name because I wanted to continue watching it after you left.
So I wound up watching all the rest of it. There's only 8 episodes. Tony Miguel told me about it.
Did you really? Yeah, because you told me Antonio told you about it, and I wanted to call you to ask you what was the name of that show, because I've been watching The Chosen. The Chosen. I don't know if you. It's a religious movie about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Chosen, and it's a series too.
Yeah.
And it's the name of the site is called Angel. But I wanted to finish watching that the one that we watched, because I thought it was kind of interesting, and I'm in limbo right now because I don't know how.
It was really, really cool. Okay, I'll text you. I'll text you right now, so you.
Yeah, text me the name so I won't forget it.
So you have it. But yeah, right. I wound up watching that the rest of the time I was in Michigan, and I texted Tony Miguel. I was like, "Wow, that show was really, really awesome."
It wasn't really interesting. It sounded like it was really interesting. I want to watch it. Maybe I'll do it tonight or tomorrow.
The Blue-Eye Samurai.
Blue-Eye Samurai. Okay.
Yeah, that was I really liked the animation. It was really cool, and yeah. So typically, we brainstorm what we're going to talk about for the month, but I think with me asking questions or focusing on my questions, I don't really have an idea about what we could talk about, but I keep coming back to the idea of legacy. And that's like what has been sticking in my head. Like I have a post-it note right now. Oh man, maybe I should get another shot for this. But I have a post-it note. There we go. Now you're filling the whole screen.
It's coming out really good.
Yeah. So I guess I was gonna ask, because I mean, leading up to Thanksgiving, I was thinking about it a lot. Thinking about legacy in regards to like what, I don't know, I guess personal legacy, I guess, I don't know. So I guess I was going to ask you.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it something you want to know more about me, or more about the family, or more about the future, or?
I guess about you, because.
Isn't very much to tell other than what I told you before.
But I guess, do you think about, I guess, legacy, or like, I don't know, I guess, do you think about the story you will leave behind? Because I guess sorry,
what am I gonna leave? What am I gonna leave behind? A lot of grandkids.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because, you know, I think about it in regards to the fact that we're even doing this, and like, you know, leading up to Thanksgiving, every time I would ask you, you're like, you know, if I'm still around, which, like, you know, I don't know, I think about that. I think about that about myself all the time. Like, you know, if I am around, like.
Well, the problem, not the problem, but the reason I always say that, it's because I truly believe that only God has an answer for that. Because we could be talking to each other now, and a minute from now we might not be here for whatever reason it is, you know. And that's why I always say if I'm around, because especially at my age right now, it's not too much left. You know, who knows? I mean, it's not, it doesn't, I don't want to sound like pitiful, you know, it's just we all know that 88, 89 is the life expectancy now is probably in the 80s, you know, 81, 82. But that's not either guarantee either, because you can be 40 years old.
You could be, you could be 26.
So, right. So what I like to make a point to tell my kids and everybody is that live, I've said, one day at a time. Enjoy the present. Don't worry about tomorrow, because it might not even come. Let's not be very hung up on the past either, because there's nothing we can do about it. It's the
past is gone.
It's already gone, you know, and we can correct the mistakes that we made, but we can do better in the future, you know. And I think what I like to instill in my children is that make the best of it, of the present. You know? And I think that's why I love you so much, because we've been together talking to each other more than any of the other grandkids. Something is wrong with my throat too. I don't know. It gets like like something in my throat. It's not that I'm.
Do you need some water?
Cry. Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I just had I got the water right here.
Grandma, Grandma, you can put the iPad down if you need to take a drink. Take a drink.
No, that's okay. It just my voice gets like that sometimes when I talk too much. But anyway, that's my I don't know what you call it, what they call it, legacy or what, but the thing is that I would like to see my family be more forgiving with each other. Not only my children, but my siblings, you know, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. And so far, I think I have a good relationship with especially my nieces. my nieces and my uh, people around my kids, my grandkids.
Hmm.
I don't see much of them, but I think I have a fairly good relationship with everybody, and I think that's what I'm yearning for.
Yeah. So I find that so interesting because I for the for as long as I can remember, I have been plagued by thinking about my own mortality and my own death. Like
Mhm.
from talking about like from the point that I was like little, it would like stress me out, and it was always just something I would think about. And it isn't
Mhm.
until recently that like working in therapy where I'm able to, enjoy my present, enjoy like
They
find
in
peace
the
in like my present now.
right. Yes.
Um, so I just think that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's what it's all about, to be in content with yourself and
yeah,
your surroundings around. Like since we found out that you're married, the question to me is, how is he? And my answer is, he looks happy. Uh, I think they're both happy, and
yeah.
that makes me feel good. That, and I think that's what you're doing. I don't know this therapy part. Sometimes I think I could use some of that myself.
I think everybody could use therapy.
Yes, and but it's something that I think it's what is it? They don't. People think that therapy is not for everybody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You talk therapy, they there's something wrong with that person. But I don't think it's true. I think we
yeah.
all need some kind of a um
Well, I
I
mean,
find
now after having done therapy for so long, I feel like, even if it's not talk therapy, I think sitting with your own thoughts and, processing your thoughts and emotions, just that act is like therapeutic in and of itself. Just the
I
act
see.
of like,
Hmm.
um I was reading this book, and it's like um the psychologist talks about like, questioning your own reaction to something, and it's like, why do I really feel like that? And it's like,
Hmm.
because your initial reaction might be one thing, but if you sit and you're like, is that really my reaction, or is that a learned reaction? um so I just think that, like, sitting with your own thoughts and feelings, whether it be with a therapist or doing something like, because I find this to be very therapeutic for me.
Hmm.
um just the act of making these videos,
Hmm.
um and sitting with somebody that I love and want to spend time with, and it, like, to me, this is 40 minutes where my phone is right here, but like my phone is off. I'm locked in this room, and my entire focus is you. And
I
I just,
see.
like, to me, I think that is so important.
Mm.
And I mean, I've realized to me, I feel like the connections I have with the people that I have done these and walked away feeling like what the best months have been, to me, I feel like the connection is so much deeper. Like, I love getting to tell people that I do this, and they're like, well, like, who do you have on this podcast? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have ended the past 3 years with my grandma, and I think it's, to me, this is so much fun, but like, it is also therapeutic. So I think,
Yes, I I believe it's good for you and I,
mhm.
because I think I'm finding out that you're gonna know more about me than anybody else by
Yeah.
having these talks. But also, I was gonna ask you, do you think that talking to somebody I call it venting sometimes.
Yeah.
Just letting out of your system helps better than just keeping it to yourself. Do you think it's better if you have someone like I find out that if I have, well, say you or whoever comes to see me,
Yeah.
we can talk about anything, the past, the future, and I find it very interesting because I hear the other person's side, their
Yeah.
view, and then I express mine, mine too. I don't know. Do you think that is better, or do you think it's better not to say anything, just to keep everything to yourself?
I think it sort of depends. I think it depends on, I don't know, I guess if it is venting, I feel like sometimes having somebody else's opinion can make things worse. But I mean, if it's just sometimes getting your emotions out just to hear them, emotions or thought, because like I was talking to, so I have, one of the problems that I have is I'll play devil's advocate in my own head. So like I'll have one thought and I'll immediately contradict myself, and I have a lot of internal frustration because I'm bouncing around opposing
Your
ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bouncing around my own thoughts, but like my therapy session last week, I was talking to my therapist. Shout out Rick. I love that guy. But like he said something, and he's like, I'm not saying that this is like my opinion, but this is me playing devil's advocate. And him saying the exact opposite point that I was saying, and it was something that I had already thought, but just hearing it out loud,
mm-hmm.
like come into my own ears, mm-hmm. made it sound silly. And just like the act of hearing somebody else say it to me, the exact same thought that I've had, made it sound silly. And so now that's like made me second guess my own conflicting thoughts more, because now I'm like, well, maybe it is just something I need to say out loud. Or like I've been having a lot of like joy with like carrying around a little journal, and with this one I typically just make like a to-do list, like at the top, record with grandma. And it, to me, it helps me, one, keep track of all the things I need to do, but like also sometimes I find myself really struggling with something I need to get done, and even just putting it on paper, I'm like, well, it's not even that big of a task if it's just something I tick off. So I don't know. I think
I do the same thing you do. I have a little journal too.
Make a lot of lists.
Big one. I have a big one, which is right here. I don't know if you see it, but it's on the table. And I write things that, like what I did today, or who came to see me, or I feel. And then I have another one that I carry, and it's a little pocket one that I said, I have an appointment for tomorrow, or I got to do this tomorrow, or whatever, But I carry two of them. And
I got my big one right here.
Right, yeah. But anyway, I was going to tell you, I can't, when I know something, I can't keep it to myself, even if it's good or bad. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. Lisa Salinas came, my niece.
Yeah.
And visited me, and she wanted to come and see me. And so she comes in herself, and she says, guess what? Isabel's got a boyfriend. And I was so happy for her. Because she told me what the young man is related to the family somehow. We've known her for years. We know the grandparents, and we know the mother.
Yeah.
And I was so happy for Isabel because I haven't found out that she's had a boyfriend. Well, she's 22.
Hmm.
So right after Isabel walks in, I mean Lisa walks in, Isabel walks in right behind her.
Yeah, I heard both of them on the phone.
Well, she walks in and I said, "Congratulations, Isabel."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh no," I said, then I held back and I thought maybe I shouldn't have said it
Yeah.
because Lisa had just told me about it, and here I blurted out.
Yeah.
And she said, she just smiled. She's real sweet, Isabel. And I said, "I'm sorry, but your mom just told me, and I was so happy for you." And she said, "No, that's okay, dear. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. But my problem is that, like when you got married, you
Yeah.
say, Grandma, wait a couple of days. I mean, I could come home and start making phone calls, right?"
See, that's why I didn't tell you on Monday when I was sitting there because I got home and Renee was like, "Did you tell your grandma?" I said, "I'm not gonna tell her. She's gonna be too excited and she's gonna share the news."
Oh my goodness, I was even crying for that. That I was so happy. But let me tell you, as soon as was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think it was. I called Lisa Tijerina and I said, "Lisa, I gotta tell you something."
See, and I'm trying to think. Oh no, we called her on Sunday because we were on our way back.
Well, by that time I had already told her before that.
That's so
And then
funny.
she started asking me all kinds of questions, like how did her mom take it or stuff like
Yeah.
that, or do you know about it, and they go on and on and on. But I was telling Lisa, because I talk a lot to Lisa Tijerina, she's really good with me, my daughter-in-law.
Who would you say is the person you talk to the most every day? Amy?
Amy. Amy, I talk to her. I think I tell her more than I do anybody else because she's here every day and she sees when I'm happy, she sees when I'm sad. And so sometimes that's why I was telling you, it's good to vent or to say if I'm sad. I do tell her.
Did you tell Amy that we were married?
I told her yesterday. Because I thought Amy's going to tell everybody else too, and I didn't know how much, you guys were. It's no secret. I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And it was on Facebook,
And see,
so-
to me, it was a secret until Thanksgiving because we wanted to tell the people that we told, like, face to face, because, like, to me it's such exciting news that I didn't want to call you and just tell you over the phone. Like, I wanted to tell you and then be able to give you a hug and, like, it be in the moment.
And
so
you know what? You guys were not married when I went to Chicago,
no, we were engaged.
but
Yeah.
Renee was talking to me at your apartment, and she said something about Antonia's cousins are very nice.
Yeah.
She said, but they're always asking, "When are you getting married? When are you getting married?" And it something clicked on me. I said, "Are they gonna get married, or are they thinking about getting married?" It's something about marriage because she said it herself, and I thought it was something she didn't want. That she didn't want to get married.
Oh.
But I thought about the ring that you had. When you sold it,
Yeah.
and I thought, Antonia must be thinking about it.
Yeah.
And, but she said the Conchas were constantly, "Are you getting married? Where are you getting married?"
Yeah.
So that's why I was so happy when I heard that you guys actually.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the Conchas were happy too when you let them know, right?
Oh yeah, it was it's funny because like I said, like, making these videos to me is very therapeutic, and I have realized how much I enjoy making videos, and so I made a video to announce that me and Renee were that we were married. And this is the first video I had ever made as closely as I did with somebody. So me and Renee made the video together. We like planned it all out. We shot it all together, and it was so much fun. And I was hoping for a certain reaction, and I got the exact reactions that I wanted from my cousins, and it was so everybody was so surprised and so shocked and so happy, and just it came so out of left field because my cousins whose house it was, they thought we were just gonna announce to everybody that we were engaged, but because they didn't even know that we were married.
They didn't expect it. They said the marriage was already. That's great, you know.
And but, it's so I don't know. It was just a great it was a great time.
Well, anyway, going back to the secrets, like I said,
about venting.
It's hard for me to not say something if I know it and I see you and I don't tell you. I can't, you know, like I told you about Carl, you know.
Yeah.
Carl is having a rough time, and he says, Mom, please don't tell people.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me not to tell somebody, you know, about his issues or his problems. But not only that, it's any if somebody dies, I call and say, you know, and Lisa Salina says, yeah, you're always calling to people who's dying. I said, I'm not going to call you anymore, you know, because they tell me I got to tell, you know. But that's me. I can't, unless it's something really, really serious and you tell me.
Oh, shoot, I'm not even wearing my ring right now.
Yeah, yeah, I was going to say, where's your ring?
So I've been making pizza all day, and I didn't want to get it all dirty. Also, it's like silicone, so it like I was washing my hands a lot, so
it's not like a gold band.
So we just ordered gold bands yesterday.
Okay.
But mine's not going to be in until January.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. But I think I'm ready for a gold band now.
Yeah.
I was afraid of losing one. I was afraid of losing it, so I told Renee I didn't want one for a little bit. I was like, I want to practice with a plastic one or like a silicone band, because if I lose it, I'm out $20.
Yeah. It's hard if you're not used to wearing rings. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be really hard.
I just started wearing my Apple Watch. Which did you wind up just?
No, I didn't get one.
Okay. We'll figure out which Apple Watch you're gonna get.
Yeah.
This month.
Yeah. I'd like to get one, definitely. I'm thinking about it, you know. But right now, I thought I'd wait a little while because I was trying to reduce a lot of my debts. Mm-hmm. Not debts, but like I think I told you I canceled cable. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna get the TV, but you guys finally convinced me not to, so I didn't get the TV.
Yeah.
And I canceled my alarm system because it was just a lot of money paying that. I'm here all the time, and
yeah,
I have faith in the Lord. I don't think nobody's gonna rob me anyway. So I've been doing. I've been trying to cut down on the expenses that I have before I can get into. I want to get something that I really, you know, would enjoy, not just buy for the sake of buying. You know?
Yeah. I think that's the better move, anyways.
Yeah. But anyway, other than that, it's been pretty calm here. I haven't been out. Mm-hmm. I think I told you my car broke down, and Jimmy Damon,
my gosh, yeah,
took it, and he hasn't brought it back. It's all taken care of. All I gotta do is pay him. But he called me and he said it was ready, and since I don't drive, I told him just go ahead and keep it.
Right.
for whenever you have a chance to come bring it. I says, and I'll pay you. But uh,
Well, that's
other than
good.
that,
So you've been
nothing. Yeah.
you've been hanging out. So you're gonna watch Blue Eye Samurai
I want to do that. I want to do
tonight.
that tonight. I think.
So
But I've
okay,
been watching.
so then question for you, because Grandma, we got 2 minutes left until it kicks
Is
us
that
out,
all? Oh my
right?
goodness.
Is I see that's also one of my other favorite things that I like picked up from the first round of doing this. When I was doing I did 10 episodes of a podcast to like see if I could do it. Like I really just like was interested in doing it. And all I like my whole goal with those 10 episodes was to get people to talk as much as they could. And I remember one of my buddies, Luke, he told me no for like 6 months. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. But he was my first episode and
Really?
we had such a blast. So I love when people start to get into it and the time flies by. To me, that's like one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
like right now, time is flying. What's the name of the podcast?
This one,
Uh huh.
Missin the Homies.
Because I went in somehow on my computer. I went to, I don't know how,
Yeah.
podcast, and I don't know what to put if I wanted to see any.
So
any
this
of-
so this one is on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So I got some guy saying that I forgot what it was, something about music but I said, how did I get them? You know.
I'll send you the link. But I think the question I'm gonna send you with until the next time we record, which can be whenever, we can figure that out. What is your favorite part of your day? Like, what do you every day, because you're home all the time, what is your like favorite part of your day?